I have a book from my father about our story called the Melungeon. Can't figure out how to pronounce it, but Jack Goins had written it. It was given just to the family members. So as I started reading this book, it was like just our Indian heritage just got stripped away from us. I did my DNA test and it says I'm more European than anything. And I can't claim any of that. I'm proud to be Black, but at the same time, it's like it's written that we are just to be messed up in life. I don't know. I just keep hope that God has a better plan for me. That's why I keep going. I know this is all for some bigger purpose.
So when you mention, for just the sake of keeping it consistent, Melungeon, can you tell us when you found out you were Melungeon? And for our listeners, can you give us some background on what being Melungeon is? I know when we first talked, I had never heard of the term before.
Yeah, it's not really a word that people like to use because back in those days, it was because we were considered triracial, Native American, African American, and white. It was a racial epithet they used, kind of like the N word. And they kind of like banned us from everything. I found out about it as we were growing up. My father mentioned it to us a lot. I mean, my father looks like an Indian. He hardly even looks Black. But even back then, he was a Marine. He would go to bars and they would tell him, get out of here. We don't allow the N-words in here. Just all our lives, he's told us stories and I never delved into it. And I never even understood that all the books and most of those books in history were written about my ancestors. And when I started going to the library and reading books on it, it shreds my soul. It just hurts so bad.
You know, it's interesting because I was fascinated when you had first told me about it. So I actually did some reading up on it and digging up myself. And one of the things I found out was that Goins is considered to be a typical Melungeon last name.
Yeah.
The Melungeon people primarily had their origins in the Appalachian Hills.
Exactly. I lost contact with everybody on my father's side, but they're all still out there. And when I tell people about this story, a lot of people don't believe it. You know, they're like, here goes a nut job or something. But this is my life. And it brings me to tears every time I talk about it. Because just to think what we were stripped of, that we've struggled all our life. My sister and I, we've never been able to fit in with the Black people. They call me light, bright, damn near white or white girl. And then I'm too dark to fit in with the white people. You know, they call me the N-word. And my Native American, it's like every time we used to go in 7-Eleven or anything like that, those people would be like, you from India? You from India? No, American Indian. What's this? What's American Indian? I mean, I didn't really know Native American. I didn't know much about it at all. I was calling myself this stuff, but I had no idea what it meant. But my sister and I had to fight coming up all our lives because the Black girls were just jealous of us because we have beautiful eyes. We have beautiful skin color. They always tell us we look like we came from the islands. I mean, we were just different. And